Hey, Jessica.
So today we're going to be talking about IP fax and why organizations should consider making the switch to IP fax. So fax is a mature and established technology. Why are organizations looking to change how they're implementing fax in their networks?
So fax is really firmly entrenched in a lot of different organizations and industries with existing business processes and workflows that rely on fax. And this is especially true in healthcare. So 75% of all medical communications occur via fax. So think about patient referrals, record sharing, test results, payer and pharmacy communications. 89% of healthcare offices use fax. And the amount of fax that's actually being sent is actually increasing in many businesses, with 82% of respondents to an IDC survey indicating that their fax volumes were either staying the same or increasing. So fax is a technology that is relied upon by many organizations, and a lot of incumbent providers are looking to retire their analog offerings. So as a result, we see a lot of organizations are taking this opportunity to investigate how IP fax can help their business.
So besides the retirement of an analog fax options, why would organizations want to make the move to IP fax?
That's a good question. So there are a few key reasons why businesses are coming to us looking to make the switch besides just the fact that their analog lines might be being decommissioned. The first point is that IP fax can actually be really cost effective, more so than traditional analog options. The second piece is that IP fax offers the ability to encrypt fax communications, which adds an additional level of security, which can be super beneficial when you're dealing with patient health information or other personally identifiable information in fax transmissions. Finally, IP fax is highly flexible, so it can be easily integrated with different fax servers or multifunction devices, as well as EMR, EHR systems, or MIS platforms. This gives organizations the ability to maintain their existing workflows without needing to make any switches or changes, or they can implement new processes and solutions to drive efficiency. So it really empowers organizations to run their businesses how they choose.
So it sounds like fax is still mission critical for a lot of businesses, and there are some good reasons to make the switch to IP. What are some of the key things that organizations need to consider when investigating IP fax options?
When it comes to IP fax, there are a few things that businesses do need to keep in mind. So first and foremost, fax isn't voice. So the latency of IP voice protocols can cause fax to fail. And when so many critical business processes and patient health outcomes are at stake, you really need to understand how the different options to deliver IP fax can impact reliability. Another thing to keep in mind is that when issues do arise, you do need a solution that's backed by a partner with fax expertise, because you don't want your telecom team having to burn their time tracking down issues, managing tickets, troubleshooting, all that kind of stuff that can take them away from your strategic IT initiatives. Finally, and this consideration is specific to healthcare, you need to understand how the different fax options support HIPAA compliance. So there are a lot of HIPAA compliant fax solutions out there, but how they deliver that compliance is different. If data is stored during transmission, you'll need to negotiate a business associate agreement with your provider, which can add cost and complexity to your IP fax migration. Fax options that transmit data in real time and don't store data in the transmission process qualify for HIPAA's conduit exception, which makes it much easier for you to get your solution up and running.
So it seems like making the move to IP fax is a smart decision for a lot of businesses. So thank you for tuning in with us. And if you want more information, check out our next video or go on cloudli.com to learn more about our fax solutions at Cloudli and fill out a form to get up and running with your free 30-day trial. Thanks.